Welcome to Movement Lesson, the place where optimal development begins.
What is really makes a difference in a different movement lesson from everything else, that it's not some sacred knowledge that is not accessible and unless you have spent years in training and stuff like that. It's just, explained so easily. You can just start and get your results and keep refining on the feedback you are getting from your child, on the results you are getting. Because, the people who need the intervention, who need to learn the most, are the people who have the least possibility to go somewhere and to train in person, even though, would be cool. I mean, it would be so cool to go and train in person with Michelle as well, but for most of us, it's just not an option.
Well, I went to the first time I went to Michelle, I actually went for a training, and I'm like, well, she's only doing a training. I can only go for one day. But it was 3 days driving there, and then I had like all this oxygen and equipment. Like I literally had this 4-month-old, and I came in with like a double stroller, oxygen, like everything. And I told Michelle I was coming, but she didn't realize I was bringing the baby. And I'm like, I'm not driving all this way just to like not have you work on my baby. I have no idea what I'm doing. But something had happened, and so I took her. Michelle worked on her. We were doing segment 1 training, so this is where it's like if you can watch the recording, it's so powerful because like all I remember from training was like gentle touch and rotation. I can do that at home. That's all I took away. But I remember Michelle worked on her for the first time, and when we first went to the hospital, so Julia was born 2 months old, we went to the hospital, and the staff actually asked me, they're like, has your baby ever coughed or sneezed? And it never had occurred to me, but I was like, I know. Actually don't think she has. In 2 months of life, I don't ever think I've heard her cough and sneeze. Like, I didn't know that was important. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty important. So we need to start, helping her. And I remember being there with the lesson with Michelle, and she was working on Julia. No idea what she was doing. But then, like, Julia coughed on her own. And I was like, what did you just do? Like, she's never been able to cough on her own. And at this point, Julia is like 5-6 months old, I think. And from that day on, like Julia has been able to cough on her own. That Michelle actually could teach her body how to cough when like pretty much in the medical community, like that's not something you teach the body. But she gave Julia's body the movement coordination to be able to cough and sneeze. Now we still have to do a lot of the respiratory things, but I was taking a chance to go, and I ended up staying for a couple days, but because I was just like, I got to figure this out. But then, I had to go home and do that. But yeah, for a lot of people, especially the more severe you don't have the option, or if you're in a different country, like that, you have so many other expenses, like that's just really hard. And so to really have the resources available, that you can do something is just, that's why I love Movement Lesson, is that I can actually do something. And that's, Christina, Andrea, Anastasia, they've all have mentioned those kinds of things. And sounds like you've already been pretty proactive with your daughter, but that you're just getting more tools to allow you to optimize her. Like that was something I actually even wrote down today. I'm like, the kind of people that I'm looking for are people like, it doesn't matter the developmental state of the child. Like we just want their best future. And if we have the tools to do that, like, why not? Like your child's working on ballet and things like that. And she's already like, wow, this is so cool. I'm better. Or just more optimal.